Hello everyone. Gosh, I'm back on the sofa, back chatting to you guys. This week, I want to show you our new house. I know I've been going on about it. I've been showing you little snips of it, but we thought we would take you on a proper tour of the house. As you're gonna see, it's still a building site and we're meant to be in 9 weeks. Who have we here? Hi, what's your name? Naya, I'm Mummy. Nice to meet you. Hello. You're going to go pick up Luca for me, okay? And get some nice marshmallows. A lot of you are probably wondering, what is an autism-friendly house? How do I make my house autism-friendly? How do I go about getting adaptations to make your house autism-friendly also? So I guess when I think of an autism-friendly house, it's to do with the colors that I'm choosing. So the colors, the paints are all going to be sort of calming, not all beige and grey. I know, you're thinking I'm a beige and grey kind of girl, but no, we are going to have some colour in there. Dylan's room is going to have a blue wall, but it's the type of blue that we're going to choose. That colour? Blue? Is there no aqua colour there you like? You like the Malaga Ocean, okay. Also, all the paints are non-toxic. Coming down to toxins in the home. Again, smells are a big thing for Dylan, so most of the furniture we try and get is either secondhand, eBay, or furniture that hasn't been sprayed with any fire retardants, because that can be not great for either the smell and also it's not very good for your health. It's the kitchen. Do you want a cup of tea? It's my island here. I'm very excited. All the doors in the house are going to be slightly larger than your average door size, and that's because Dylan doesn't like going through normal doors. He feels like they're closing in on him. In his mind's eye, the doorways are actually narrower than they really are. So we've tried to make the doors as big as possible in this house. So this here is like a double door going in, double doors going in. So all the doors are just slightly bigger than average, so he feels like they're not kind of encroaching on him. In here is our family room, dining room, kitchen. That's a downstairs toilet in there, and my utility room is in there. And then we have massive big double doors going out to the garden. So this is where we're going to spend most of the time. This is all going to be window. I mean, literally the house is pretty much just windows and a few walls. Lighting is a big one. Downlighters are not great because they can give quite a harsh light. All lights now are practically LEDs. I think if we have halogen lights, I don't think you can even buy halogen lights anymore. So we're using, where we do have to have downlighters, because obviously in the kitchen, you don't want too many pendants because you're going to hit your head. So we are having downlighters, but on dimmers. And we're also using a really low wattage. So I think it's like 40 wattage or below. And we're using a lot of wall lights, a lot of mood lighting. So anything that's going to make me look good on camera, basically. Flooring. We're going to use wood flooring throughout the house. We're going to use a really nice textured wood flooring because he likes the texture of it on his feet. Because Luca has to put up a lot with Dylan's meltdowns and sometimes just screaming for no apparent reason, he gets quite upset by this. So what we have done is we are creating a secret room for him. So this here is going to look like a bookshelf, but not just ordinary bookshelf. We're going to have a hidden handle, opens up into a secret room. There's going to be imagine a wall here. I'm the wall. This is going to be a secret space with sound insulation, so really quiet in here. Sensory carpet. I'm going to paint the roof blue with lots of stars on it, and put a hanging chair. That's going to be his safe zone, away from the madness of our house. And that's my bathroom in there. So my massive big bath is going in here. There's been extra steel underneath just to carry the bath. In here is going to be a games room. So we're going to put a big TV on the wall, have Dylan's VR in here, his Nintendo. This is where his friends and Luca and Naya can hang out. Maybe a foosball table, sofas. It's going to be like the chill out zone. And then in here is Dylan's suite. The whole reason why we're doing this house is pretty much for him. So we created this whole big floor for him. We are putting in acoustic sounding into Dylan's room because he likes jumping, and his room is directly above our room. And quite frankly, I don't want him jumping on my head at 2 o'clock in the morning. So if he gets up and wants to self-regulate on his mini trampoline that he has, I'm not panicked, or I don't have the extra worry that he's also going to wake up Luca and Naya as well, because that's what happens at the moment. We're in this rented house at the moment, and I swear it's been made out of sticks. You can hear everything. The walls are so paper thin, it's just a disaster. So we're actually padding out the walls. They use it in hotels and pubs. It's just like an extra thick foam that we put in. We're also using recycled tires as the underlay, which will also give an acoustic sound proofing on here. We're not putting carpet in his room because he still is going through a bit of a spitting phase when he gets angry, and I'm just sick of cleaning the carpets. So we are going to put wood flooring in his room with lots of rugs to make it cozy. The carpet that we have chosen for Luca and Naya is this carpet, which I think I've spoken about before, but I'm so excited about it. It's called Sedna. Okay, so I'm going to show you my carpet here. Okay, so as well as making this house autism friendly and child friendly, I want to make it as healthy and clean as possible. And you know, when you're doing up a house, I think they were saying the impact on your environment is huge. I don't know the statistics, I won't go into those, not that kind of channel, but I really wanted to find the best kind of carpets that there were. So I was looking at wool carpets, and they're, you know, nice and expensive, and moths like them. So, and they can be a bit scratchy. So I thought, okay, that's not gonna work. So I looked up online and I found this brand. I am not sponsored by these guys at all. I just really love what they're trying to do. It's all made from like ghost fishing nets that are around the ocean and water bottles and all that kind of stuff. So I looked up the stock list in my area, and there was one about 40 minutes away from here, a place called Carpet Barn. Anyway, I went there and I asked them, did they have it? And they were kind of like scratching their heads at first, being like, I don't think anyone's ever asked for that carpet, but we'll find it. That's why I've got the book, because no one has ever asked for this carpet before. They were like, hey, take it away with you, you can choose. So as you can see, the price is really good. You know, considering like wool carpet, I think was like 45 to 60 pounds, like per square meter. So this is actually really good. I thought so anyway. But it also feels amazing. In fact, I showed Dylan the carpet, and because he's, you know, we're all eco warriors, he was like, oh my God, I want it right now. I love it, quick. He tried to actually take it off here and put it in his room. It was a little bit small for his room, but you know. So yeah, I was really delighted to find this. Oh, we have a secret door here. So in here is going to be another secret zone, a special kind of chill out zone, which runs all the way along here. And then his bed is going to go here. I mean, this room is huge. I don't know why I didn't take this room. Actually the nicest room in the house. Dylan's bathroom. In here we have a big bath going in, and we have steps going up to the bath because his core muscles are a little bit weaker. So the steps just help make sure he doesn't fall. And I don't want it to look like a disabled bathroom because he's not disabled, but he just, you know, he's just about steady on his feet. So I think it's going to come into fashion. Just you wait. You know, I'm going to put these in. Everybody's going to want them. And he's got a 2-man bath. We couldn't quite afford a swimming pool at the moment, so we thought we would just get him a bath big enough for 2, and he could swim around in that because he loves water, obviously. I also have the coolest taps coming. They're waterfall taps. So they're kind of open, like an open faucet, and the water like trickles over. It's very zen. So I really like these tiles here. If you can see, there's almost like a texture. I think Dylan would really like the texture of that. It's kind of really sensory friendly. This here is really sensory friendly as well. If you can see, it's got kind of ridges on it. Sorry, my nails are terrible. So again, another good option for Dylan's room. One of the reasons why we bought this house is for our love of trees, and Dylan loves trees as well. But these 2 trees in the garden, this one here is a veteran tree that dates back to the 1800s. And this one here is her son. Well, it could be a daughter, but I think it's a son. It's got masculine energy to me. At the front of the house, we're gonna have a veggie patch. So the front of the house is gonna be purely for growing food. So we're gonna fence it all in, have some nice raised beds, and have our food, because we know Dylan loves creating his food. So I guess this brings me on to how can I help you guys? I know we're in a really fortunate position to be able to do a house up like this, but if you're living in a house, what can you do at home to make your house autism friendly? So the first thing I would look at is the colors that you've painted your room. You know, my house isn't devoid of color. I have sage green, but we try and use calming colors instead of bright colors, which can evoke a lot of emotions. Try and limit clutter. We all know that clutter can make our brains feel a bit cluttered, really, and that's why shows like The Home Edit and Marie Kondo, she does all that kind of thing. It's very good for all of us. So swapping out toys, if you have a box full of toys, the next week you can bring out the next one. The kids feel like it's Christmas every week because you're bringing in new toys they've not seen for a while. Lighting, switching out your harsh down lighters for either lamps. You can get lamps now that aren't porcelain, so if there is any meltdowns, you're going to limit breakages, so you can get wooden lamps or lamps made of rope. You can find really nice textures of things for your home. Textures are a big thing, lots of cushions. This brings me on to talk about grants. Now, I'm going to, in particular, when I talk about this, talk about the UK and the US, because these are the countries that I know about, but I'm pretty sure that if you look around, you're going to be able to find some charities or some grants from the government that can also help your home for adaptations. So in the UK, go onto the government website. If you're in America, if you type into Google home improvements for autistic children, it will come up. And I think you contact your local government representative and ask which direction to go in. So there's many charities and they do give grants for adaptations to your house. Now these grants can include, if you live in a smaller property, it can include adding on another bedroom. Let's just say you have 2 kids in one room, and if Dylan and Luca shared a room now, I don't think it would go so well. So if you needed extra space, you can get grants to add on an extra bedroom. Bathroom adaptations, if you need help with stair lifts. Kitchen, if you need some help making a bigger space for your child to get around to make it safe. There's many different options out there, so please do look into those. Also, in the UK, I don't know about the US or the rest of the world, but in the UK, we also have a thing where if you're doing home improvements, so for example, Tops Tiles here in the UK, I went to go and get some tiles the other day, and this guy, we just started talking, and he said to me, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm doing a bathroom for my son. He has autism, so I'm looking for really sensory tiles." He said to me that you can get the VAT written off if you are doing up a room for a person with a disability. So you need a letter from your builder and proof of your, if you're getting disability living allowance or you're a carer, you bring that along and they get rid of the VAT for you, which is huge because I bought tiles and I paid £200 in VAT. So really worth looking into these things. Every little helps when it comes to this, and home is the most important place. That's why my channel is called Coming Home to Autism, because this is our safe haven. And especially during COVID, during the lockdown, we all spent a lot of time at home. I don't know about you guys, but I spent a lot of time looking around my house being like, wow, I could make this improvement, that improvement. And it's important to make your home as a safety net for your child, because I believe if you make your home safe for your child, they're going to be better equipped to go out there and deal with the world. And when the world becomes too much, you retreat back home. I'll break in over here where there's no sign. Ow! Whatever you're doing, whatever kind of building work you're doing, whether it be a small renovation or knocking down a wall or even just redoing a room, you have to get people that understand you and your family. And we kind of interviewed, is that the right word? We kind of met a few different builders, and the reason why we went with Pete Manuel is he got us as a family. He's a dad of 3, his wife is an occupational therapist, and when we told him the vision for our house, what we were trying to achieve for Dylan and Luca and Naya, and he just got it, and he came up with ideas, and we would say, look, we're thinking of this, and he'd say, I'm not too sure, that doesn't really work. And between himself and our amazing architect Ian, we've really created something that I hope is very special. And obviously it's going to be kind of the first autism-friendly house in the UK.
The craziest thing Tara's asked me to do, now there's a question, the bath was, we got to get the scaffold changed to get the bath in, it's right there. That bath weighs 300 kilos, that's like 1/4 of a tonne, a bit more. So that's going to be interesting getting that in.
I may have chosen the biggest bath in the world that also is really heavy. Oh, did I mention I want a drawbridge?
A drawbridge?
A drawbridge. I thought if we had the front door that had a drawbridge, like come down, a moat. We need a moat.
In 10 weeks?
Don't mind.
We can do it 10 weeks, no problem. We've got this. No bother. Isn't that right, Jacob?
What was that, Jacob? You said?
Oh, I said I think it's more achievable if the client stops changing their mind.
who hired this guy? So it's been such a huge collaboration of love, which has been amazing. So, you know, if you are doing up a home, you do have to really interview a few builders and architects who get what you're about and get your vision and your dream. So I hope my little tips helped you in this episode. We will be going into more detail and doing, well, when my house is actually finished, I will do room reveals of every room, and I will show you, we will do links to where we got everything, links to colors, carpets, and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to share with you a few of the little tips that I've learned along the way so far. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do give us a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Yes, come on, we can do this. Yeah. 10 weeks. Look, I mean, it's pretty livable.
Don't worry, be happy, Tara. You know, we've got this.